Colombians say Juan Manuel Santos has politics in his blood. His election as president is the conclusion of a lifelong pursuit.
Santos comes from a traditional Colombian family. His great-uncle was the president of Colombia, and his family has strong influence in the country through the El Tiempo newspaper. He is a man born to become president.
Santos was Minister of Foreign Trade under President César Gaviria in the early 1990s. Later, he became Álvaro Uribe's Minister of Defense. As chief of Colombia's military, he was responsible for some of the biggest blows delivered to the left-wing guerrillas in this country. In 2008, Santos authorized the operation that killed FARC commander Raúl Reyes. In that operation, Colombian forces crossed into Ecuador. It was an incursion that would lead to threats of war between Colombia, Ecuador and Venezuela. Santos also handled the Operation Jaque that freed the former presidential candidate Ingrid Betancourt from FARC captivity. She was held since 2002. But his role in the war against the FARC has not been without controversy. The extrajudicial killing of civilians by the army while he was Minister of Defense will follow him in his new role.
Somebody has to pay for those crimes. And not just the soldiers, the young soldiers of 18, 19, 20 years old soldiers. Somebody in the head. And I think the one responsible is Minister Santos, former Minister Santos.
Santos will face many challenges beyond security. Colombia still has one of the highest unemployment rates in South America. Half of the country lives below the poverty line, and drug trafficking organizations continue to infiltrate Colombian institutions. He will also have to tighten relations with the rest of Latin America. Under Álvaro Uribe, Colombia was closer to the United States than its neighbors.
As president-elect, Santos has traveled across Europe and Latin America, but not in the United States. That is a crucial difference with President Uribe. This doesn't mean that he is going to fight with the United States, but we see an opening towards Europe, the Pacific, and Latin America.
Santos has called for a government of unity, a call that has received widespread support. This may be a country more at peace than it used to be, but it continues to be divided, and it continues to be haunted by war. Teresa Bo, Al Jazeera, Bogota.